Hello and welcome to Koa. If you're new here, my name is Rihanna and I'm so happy to have you. This is going to be your traditional Mat Pilates class. So grab yourself a mat and let's get straight on with it. So we're going to start lying down, resting the head on the mat, pressing the feet into the floor. Think about the belly button drawing towards the floor, and we go for a little tuck under of that tailbone, scooping up that pelvis, drawing the belly button towards the rib cage. Start by hugging these knees in nice and tight. Squeeze the legs together. Lifting up the head, neck and shoulders, looking towards the belly button. Reach the arms so that they're parallel with the floor and start to push the legs out to tabletop, knees coming over hips. That core is already turning on. You can stay here or you can extend those legs to 45 degrees and start to pump the arms. We go inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Now reach those fingertips a little longer, squeezing those legs together. Keep reaching through those arms, looking towards the belly button. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. And exhale, guys, we're halfway there. Keep pushing with those arms. Find that resistance. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 and exhale. 3 more sets. Let's go. Inhale. How you doing? You've got this. 2 more sets. Inhale. Reach a little bit more. Last one. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5 and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug those knees. Lower the head. You can just take that head one side and the other to release that neck. Good job. Pressing both feet on the floor. Extend your left leg out long. Bring the toes towards you so we flex through the foot. Hug the right knee into the chest and then reach it up towards the sky. So you can have a soft bend through the knee as much as you need, but pointing through the foot, stretching through the front of that ankle. We're going to keep our hips level, finding these circles, drawing across the body, crossing that midline. We come down to a 45-degree angle, open out to the side and then lift back to center. Trying to keep those those hips as still as possible. 3 more here, drawing across the midline, dropping down to 45-degree, opening out and lifting. 2 more, crossing over, soften through those shoulders. Reach that leg long, stretch through the back of the knee. Last one. And then change direction. We open to the side, drop down to 45, come across the midline and lift up. Open, drop down, across and lift. So we're creating as big a circles as we can create without moving these hips. Keep them level with one another. Last one. Open, dropping down, crossing over, lifting up. Let's swap those legs over. Right leg long, flex the foot towards you, hug the left leg in. Extend it up to the sky, cross the midline, drop down to 45, open side and lift up, crossing over. That belly button still drawing towards the floor. Big crossover, hips stay level, try not to lift the bum cheek off the floor. 2 more, make these circles a little bit bigger. Can you drop a little lower? Open, last one, crossing, down, open, reverse, we open. Drop down to 45 degrees, cross over, lift up, we take it side, bring it to center, cross it over, lift it, take it side, drop down. Last one, take it out to the side, cross it, and lift it up, soft bend in the knee, and then hug that right knee in towards the chest as well. Coming in to a bit of a core series here with our legs moving. Inhale, exhale, lifting up the head, neck and shoulders. Find that scoop through the core. Keep hold of your right leg, extend your left. Give yourself a nice big pull in with that right leg and then swap sides, holding onto the shin, elbows wide, reaching the leg out to a 45-degree angle. A little pull in, scoop the belly, pull in. Can we take it a little bit quicker? We go change and change, tucking the chin towards the chest, but keeping about an apple size through that neck, looking down towards that belly button. Reach the leg to a 45-degree angle and really pull the knee into the core. You have 5, you have 4, last 3, last 2 and one. Hug both knees in, rest the head down. You can either repeat that leg exercise, the single leg stretch, or you can join me in the double leg. Lifting up the head, neck and shoulders, squeeze the legs together this time. You're going to reach your hand overhead as those legs come out to a 45 degree, and then you're going to hug under those hamstrings, reaching out 45 degree angle with those legs and hugging under. Now with the arms, I say it's a top hat that you're taking off, and then you're passing it underneath those thighs. Keep looking towards that belly button. Keep squeezing those legs together, reaching away and hugging. We're going to go 3 more. You've got this. Hug in, belly button drawing down, and hug in. 1 more, big long reach, and hug in. Lower that head down. Reach the legs up to the sky, both legs, and flex the feet. So drive those heels up towards the sky. From here, you're either going to hold behind the back of the hamstring or the calf and drop the opposite leg down. You're going to go for a little pull, and you're going to switch those legs. Pull, pull, switch, pull, pull. Keep this going. So we're scissoring the legs. Straight leg stretch. You can stay here. If you want a little bit more on the core, inhale. Exhale, lift up the head, neck and shoulders, and continue with these legs. We go for a little pull, switch, elbows nice and wide. Again, look towards that belly button. Keep the crown of the head pulling away. You can stay, or guys, option speed it up. We go switch, switch. Keep driving away with those heels. Don't allow those legs to soften. Keep the length through the back of the knee. Switch, switch. Exhale, exhale. Yes, you've got it. Let's go. 4, 4. You have 3. Last 2. And 1. Hug those knees. Lower the head. Woo. Take a moment. Very, very well done. We've got 2 more exercises with this core, working the legs. Reach the legs up nice and long. Squeeze the legs together. You're going to flex the feet. Now guys, option to have the hands in a low V. We're going to start here. Flex the feet as those legs come down. Point the toes as they come up. Drive down with the heel. Soft bend in the knee if you need. Point the toes, bring the legs up. If you need to do this in tabletop, please do so. Just remember that you're hinging those legs in the hip socket. So try not to just bend through the lower legs. Reach the legs away and then pull them in. Move those thighs away from the body and then pull them in. You can stay here. If you want a little bit more, interlace the hands behind the head. Lift up the head, neck and shoulders. And it stays there for 5. You have 4. You have 3. Last 2. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. And hug those legs. Lower the head. Very well done. We're going to come back into our single leg stretch, but we're going to add in the upper body. Final exercise to work the legs whilst, the core whilst those legs are moving. Interlace the hands behind the head. Reach one leg out. Lift up the head, neck and shoulders, and then turn towards the leg that's closest towards the body. You're going to swap up and over. Think armpit to opposite knee. Swapping, reaching the other leg to a 45 degree. Take it up and over. We're starting to find the obliques. Starting to find the transverse abdominal. Taking it side to side. Again, if the upper body is too much, lower the head, neck and shoulders back onto the floor and continue with the legs. You can stay here, or again we have that option to speed up the tempo. We go switch, switch, inhale, exhale. Good job guys, keep it moving. 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Well done. Hug the legs, lower the head. Very, very nice. Reach those legs out nice and long. And flex the feet towards you. Squeeze the legs together. Lift the hands above the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck the chin. Keep the hands in front of those shoulders. Peel off
off of that mat, bone by bone, rolling through that spine, articulating and rounding through, reaching towards those toes. Curl yourself back, pulling that belly button back, and restack that spine at the top, sitting nice and tall. I'll roll up, tucking the tailbone under, rolling down bone by bone, articulating through that spine. Each vertebrae lands on that mat one by one. We lay down, our hands are over our shoulders. Inhale, exhale, peeling off that mat, rolling forward, reaching towards those toes, keeping that lovely C curve through the spine, that scoop through the belly. Pull back with that belly button, rolling up to sit nice and tall, shoulders away from ears. Tuck the tailbone, rolling down, all the way down towards the floor. Release the head at the bottom. Take that little breather as we come up all the way. Big reach forward and roll up. Guys, you're going to do 2 more for me. Roll down, bone by bone. Keep those arms in front of you, reaching nice and long. Once you're at the bottom, tuck the chin. Try not to just hoik up. Roll up nice and slowly. Reach towards those toes. Pull back from the belly button. Roll and sit yourself tall and start to roll back down, bone by bone onto the floor. Well done, looking good. Once you're down there, inhale, exhale. Blow yourself up. You're going to meet me at the top. Lovely. Reaching the arms out to the side as much as you can. You might need to bend those elbows depending on how much room you have around you. Squeeze the legs together, pull the toes towards you. Sit nice and tall, right on top of those sitting bones. Coming into our spine twists. We twist vertebrae by vertebrae, around to the side, drawing the shoulder back and including the head as well. So really take that gaze all the way around as far as you can get without the pelvis moving, just each vertebrae rotating like a staircase. We go exhale, 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 inhale through center, grow taller. We go inhale, exhale, inhale. Twisting all the way around. Take that gaze round. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Grow further, taller. Rotate more. Inhale. Every time, find a little bit more rotation as you go. Inhale. Keep these shoulders away from the ears. You've got it, increasing each one as you twist through. Inhale. 2 more. Twist, twist, twist. Last one. Inhale and twist, twist, twist. Coming back to the center, placing the hands next to those knees. Soft bend through the knees and just scoot yourself forward, lifting that tailbone off the floor. From here, you're going to point the toes onto the floor. You're going to come off of these seat bones, scoop through the belly, create a C curve from the top of the head all the way through that core, hollowing the belly out. Lovely rounded spine. Squeezing the legs together, holding onto the ankles or the shins, wherever works best for you. Hover those feet just off the floor. Keep those elbows wide, keep the chin tucked, and look towards your belly button. We're going to go for rolling like a ball. Inhale, exhale, inhale to the top. Hold, exhale as we roll. Inhale at the top. Now please be careful, we're coming to the tips of those shoulder blades. We are not landing on that neck, so just to the tips of the shoulder blades as we come up. Good job guys, keep this going. Try and find that balance at the top. Squeeze the legs together, keep the toes hovering. Try not to let them touch and keep yourself in a nice tight ball, looking towards that belly button. Let's go for one more here. You can do this. Little challenge. Roll back. And lift up. Well done. Placing those feet back onto the mat. Pressing the hands next to the hip. Reach the legs long. Scoot yourself back. From here, we're going to open those feet so that they're mat width distance. So they're wider than the hips. Ankles and heels towards the edge of that mat. From here, again, sitting nice and tall. Each vertebrae perfectly stacked one on top of the other. Interlace the hands behind the head, shoulders down. Now guys, if this gets too much, because the weight of these arms is going to add to the challenge of this exercise, you can always go for a reach forward of the arms if you want to. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to lean back. Keep that spine as long as you can. We're coming into our neck pull. Once you've hit a diagonal line with that spine, tuck the chin. The crown of the head is going to dive towards the mat. Lengthen the spine out at the bottom, grow through the crown of the head, sit up nice and tall, spine is long, and continue to hinge from those hips. Find a diagonal line, and then tuck the chin and drop the crown of the head towards the floor. Lengthen out the spine when you're down there. Keep those feet flexed, toes pulling towards you and legs long, sitting tall at the top, shoulders away from ears. Hinging back. Inhale. Exhale, dive forward, lengthen out, inhale, exhale, sit nice and tall, inhale, hinge, exhale, dive, inhale, lengthen, exhale, tall, 2 more, inhale, exhale, inhale, lengthen, exhale, tall. Last one. Inhale, hinge. Exhale, dive. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, sitting nice and tall. Release the arms again to the side. I'm going to bend my arms because I don't have as much space as you might have. But you can reach those arms nice and long. We're going for our saw. We're going to twist to one side. Now the arm that's in front is then going to reach across. You're going to try and chop off your pinky toe. You're going for a nice big reach. Let that head drop down. You can reach that back arm. And then roll yourself up through the spine and bend yourself back into center. Twisting to the second side. You can open the arms when you get there. Reach and cut off that pinky toe. Drop the head. Roll up. Restack the spine bone by bone and twist back to center. Twisting round, opening through the chest, reach those arms nice and long, go for the dive towards the pinky toe, restack that spine by pulling the belly button back and coming through center, twisting and opening, reaching and diving, scoop the belly up and over, and then pull the belly button back, restack the spine, sit nice and tall, come through center, 1 more each side, twisting, opening, reaching forward, chopping off the pinky toe, rolling up at the top. Last one. Twisting and reaching, expand through the body. Big reach up and over. And sitting tall, back to center. Good job, guys. Placing the hands next to those knees. Shift that bum towards the end of the mat again. You're going to keep these feet wide. You're going to start to point those toes. Now, you can either repeat what we did with the ball, rolling like a ball. In that case, you're going to squeeze those legs together and you're going to create a nice ball shape, finding the C curve. Option to repeat that one again. Or you can join me in an open leg rocker. This time we're going to hold the outside of those ankles. Option to hold on to the calves or shins as well. Soft bend in those knees. Reach the legs out nice and long. Now here, I've got a J shape through my spine. So I'm tucking under at the bottom. I'm tucking that tailbone under. My spine from that tuck is then nice and straight. Drawing the shoulder blades down, opening out through the collarbones to keep myself held at the top. As I said, if you need to hold onto the calves, if you need a soft bend in those knees, absolutely go for it. The more length and the more push you can get into those hands, the easier it's going to be for you. Scooping the belly. You're then going to create the C shape to roll back to the tips of those shoulder blades. Push the legs into those hands. Sit at the top. Open the chest at the top. Inhale. Exhale, roll to the shoulder blades. Inhale, push into the hands. And open out. Ooh, it's a challenging one, guys. Let's go for 3 more. Roll back. Lift up. And open out. Find that balance at the top. 2 more. Tuck under. Roll through. Lift and push through those legs. And open. Last one. You can do it. Tucking under. Rolling back. Lifting. And opening. Good. Let those legs come towards each other. Place the hands next to you. Shift your weight back. And then you're going to make your way onto your side. So I'm going to start lying on my left-hand side. You can choose if you want to mirror me. It's completely up to you. We'll then spin round and do the second side. So coming down, I'm going to align my elbow, my shoulder, and my spine, my tailbone, with the back edge of the mat. So I'm just in line with the back edge of the mat with all of my upper body. My lower body, I'm going to then squeeze the legs together, flex the feet, and bring these legs to the front edge of the mat. Top hand on hip. If this is a little bit uncomfortable for you, you have an option to create a little pillow with your arm, or reach the arm long and rest the head. It's completely up to you, whatever feels best for you, your shoulders. Top hand on hip to keep these hips stacked, or top hand just pressing on the floor in front of you. Again, however feels most comfortable. And we're going to hover the top leg just off of that bottom leg, so our feet are hip width distance apart. We're going to bring the leg up in front of the belly button. We're going to go for an exhale. Exhale, exhale, point the toe. Inhale as the leg comes behind the line of the spine. So we switch on through the glute. Exhale. Inhale as we point that toe behind us. Really try and lengthen through the leg as much as you can. Exhale. Inhale as we point back. Try and keep this core engaged. Exhale. Inhale, point back, closing the rib cage. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale, point back. Lifting up through the waist. 1 more. Exhale. Inhale, point back. Good. Bring the leg back over that top leg. Keep it hovering. We're going to lift and we're going to lower. We're going to squeeze up, we're going to squeeze down, and we're going to stop hip width distance apart so this leg never drops. Yes, the glute is starting to switch on. It's starting to burn. We take it up. We squeeze down, resist. Imagine our body is moving through treacle. Make it hard for yourself. Reach these heels away. Reach the shoulders away from those ears and lifting up through the core. Lifting up and lowering down. Take it up and down. Let's go for 1 more. Good. Hold it. Hover it just off that bottom leg. Point the toes and create little circles back and around. Take it back and around. Drawing around the size of a football. You've got this, guys. Last 2. Last one, reverse the circle. Let's go. Up and around. Take it up and around. Ooh, the bum is burning. 2 more. Up and around. Last one. Good job. Bending that top leg. Reaching the bottom leg long. This is where, if you are on your elbow, you're going to want to come all the way down onto the floor now. So reaching this bottom leg away, relaxing through the top leg. Again, you're going to flex the foot, hover it just off the floor. And we're going to take circles back and around. Squeeze back and around, finding out inside thighs. We lift and take those circles up and around. Squeeze up and around. Last 2. Reverse the circle. Take it back and around. You've got it. Good. Really flex the foot. Try to keep it as parallel as you can. 3 more here. You have 3. You have 2. 1 more. Good. Release the leg. Nice work. Push yourself up. Swing those legs to the other side. And we're going to do that all again. So making sure we are lined up with the back edge of the mat. We flex the feet and bring them in line with the front edge of the mat. So all of the upper body, including that pelvis, is in line with the back edge, and those feet are in front of you so you can see them in your peripheral vision. Shoulders reaching away, lifting up and out of the waist, closing the rib cage. Hover this top leg. Bring it in line with the belly button as you can. Try and get as high as possible. Give me an exhale. Inhale as it reaches behind the line of the spine without the body moving too much. Exhale, exhale, inhale, bring it back. Let's go. Exhale, exhale, inhale, bring it back. Keeping the body as still as we can. You've got it. Take an exhale. Exhale, point, bring it back. 2 more sets. Let's go. Exhale, exhale, point behind. 1 more. Give me an exhale. Exhale, point behind. Good job. Bring it in line with the bottom leg. Take it up and down. Lift and lower. So we're not kicking it super high. It's staying well within our range of our hips whilst they're in neutral here. We really don't want those hips to move. Take it up and down. Last one. Lift and lower. Point the toes. Circles forward and around. Take it forward and around the sides of a football, nice and controlled. The thigh just rounding in the hip socket. Nice. Reverse the circle. Reverse it. Head in line. Soften the shoulders. Lift up and out of the waist. Body still. 2 more. 1 more. Good job. Release the leg in front. Come all the way down onto your mat. Just going to adjust my microphone. And then bringing the bottom leg in line with the spine. Flexing the foot, hovering it off of the floor. Taking circles up and around. Up and around. You've got it. And lifting up and over. Relaxing through the head. 2 more. Finding as much range of motion as you can. Reverse that circle. Well done. Lifting. Keep lifting the waist off the floor. Reach that leg long. 3 more. Up and around. 2 more. Up and around. 1 more. Very well done. And release. You can sit yourself tall at the top. Take a moment. We are going to come back onto our backs, lying on the mat. So meet me down there when you are ready. We're going to come into our shoulder bridge. So our hands in a low V, head heavy, feet pressing into the floor, and the knees are facing up to the sky. We're going to tuck that tailbone under. Draw the belly button towards the rib cage. Press into the heels, roll up, lifting the hips up. We're going to roll up through the spine, bone by bone, peeling each vertebrae off at a time. So those hips are nice and high at the top, and we're engaging those glutes. We're then going to soften the chest and articulate all the way back down, releasing bone by bone back onto the mat. Tuck the tailbone under, rolling all the way up, and then rolling all the way back down, pressing into those heels, making sure those feet are hip width distance apart. Keep this going. Give me a nice engagement of those glutes when you get to the top. And softening back down, keeping the neck and head and face nice and relaxed. Good, guys. Let's go for 1 more here. Roll up. And roll back down. Now you can either continue with both feet on the floor and listen to the cue of the hips, or you have an option to reach the right leg up towards the sky. Tuck the tailbone, roll up through those hips, lift the hips high, soften the chest and roll yourself all the way back down. Now, I want you to try and keep the leg as though it's in a tube and the tube cannot move. So the leg can't be waving around like this. Try and jab the toe straight up to the sky and release it back down. Tuck the tailbone, roll up, making sure that left knee is tracking over the left ankle. It's not wobbling around too much either. Tucking and rolling down, and lifting those hips as high as you can, and then rolling through that spine. 1 more, we're gonna hold it up there. And we're going to start to pulse it at the top. A little pulse up with those hips. Squeeze those glutes and pulse. A little press. Lift. Reach and jab that sky. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5. Just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll yourself back down. Swap legs straight away. Second side. Extend the left leg up to the sky. Reach it nice and long. Hands are in a low V. Tuck the tailbone. Lift the hips. Press into the right heel. Soften the chest and roll yourself all the way back down. Keeping the leg exactly where it is. Pointing the toe on the end. These hips staying level with one another. So don't let the left hip drop down. Even though I know that leg is heavy. Try to lift it all the way up at the top. Soften the chest and roll down. Let's go for 3 more. Tucking, lifting up, softening and rolling down. Press into the heel. Tuck that tailbone. Lift up those hips. Roll back down. Last one, we hold it up there. Rolling, lifting up. Keep those hips level and start to find that little pulse. Lift, press. Hips in line with one another, jabbing the toe to the sky. 4, 8, 7, you've got it. 6, 5, 4, 3, yes, 2, and 1. Roll yourself all the way back down and release the leg. Give yourself a little hug here. Very, very well done. Now you're going to keep the head heavy, arms in a low V. Squeeze the legs together. Extend the legs up to the sky as much as you can. So if you can get that full stretch, great. If you need that little soft bend, absolutely perfect. We're going to come into our corkscrew. So we're going to take the legs to one side. We're going to drop them down to a 45-degree angle, take them to the other side, and then lift them up to center. Keep going in the same direction you started. Now these hip bones, again, stay perfectly level with one another. Try not to lift any part of the lower back, the pelvis, or those glutes, the bum, off of the mat. They all stay connected, all stay nice and even, reaching away. Try and keep the feet even with one another as well. So we're not swapping the legs side to side like this. The feet stay in line, stay connected, squeezing together. We have 2 more in this direction. Keep that belly button bolted towards the floor. Nice big circles. Last one. Inhale, come to the top and reverse the circle. Let's go. Changing direction. Other way. Dropping down to the side and lifting up. Pull the belly button towards that mat. Soften the shoulders, soften the neck. Take it all into that core. Swapping over, dropping down to the side, lifting up. 2 more in this direction, guys. Ooh, this is warming me up. 1 more. Very, very well done. Hug those knees into the chest. Press the feet onto the floor for just a moment. Whew, nice work. Okay, we are going to come into our teaser now. And teasers are known for being very, very hard. So you can try. If you can do it, amazing. If you just want to have a go, please, please do so. Don't be scared by the fact that I've just said teaser. So hugging the knees into the chest. Squeeze the legs together. Take a big inhale. Exhale, lift up the head, neck and shoulders. Keep the legs squeezing together. You can either stay with the legs in tabletop, or you can reach them out to the side. You're going to reach the hands up towards those ankles. Inhale. Exhale. Try to tap the ankles. Inhale. Lower down. Press those hands. Inhale. Exhale. Tap the ankles. Inhale. Lower down. Inhale. Exhale. Tap those ankles and lower down. We are shaking. We're going to go for 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Blow yourself up like a rocket taking off and lower down. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Roll up. Find it. Open up through those collarbones. Hold for 4, 3, 2 and 1. Hug those legs and lower yourself all the way down. Who knew Pilates could make you sweat this much? Reach those legs out long. Slowly make your way to lying on your belly. So coming down onto your belly, you're going to have your hands next to, well, kind of underneath your shoulders, if that's comfortable for you. If you do need to have them slightly higher up to release any tension through the upper back, shoulders or armpits, please do so. So from here, we're going to hover those hands just off the floor. We're going to lift the belly button off the floor, press the pubic bone into the floor and squeeze the legs together. Grow through the crown of the head, push through the back of the head. Lift up the hands and lift up the back of the head. Lift the belly button off the floor. Imagine there's an ice cube hovering under that belly button. Don't let it melt. Press the hands into the floor. Push yourself up that little bit more, squeezing the elbows into the rib cage. Find that length. Try not to crunch in the lower back. Try and really press that pubic bone down. Engage those glutes. Squeeze the legs together. Hover the hands off. Keeping the body where you had it. Slowly lower down. Hover the hands. Lift up. Lift the belly button. Lift through the back of the head. Press into those hands. Lift yourself up a little bit more. And then hover those hands off, keeping the body nice and still. And lower yourself back down. Hover the hands. Lift up with the body. Press into the hands. Lift the belly button. Push that little bit more. Keep the body exactly where it is. Hover those hands. And lower back down. 2 more, guys. Now the trick is here that we don't lift the body up to a position where we can't hold it. we lift up to a manageable position for our bodies. Because otherwise, when we take those hands off, we all just flop back down with the body. Press into the hands, push up that little bit more. This is our last one. Hover the hands, hold it, find it, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through those toes, squeeze those legs together, lift up the belly button, inhale. And exhale, come down to the floor. Well done, good job. From here, we're going to come into our swimmers because we're in the perfect position for it. Now, you're going to reach those arms in front of you. Any shoulder injuries or upper back injuries, if this is too much, I completely understand. It is a lot on those shoulders. Reach those arms behind you and do exactly the same thing with the arms behind you. Oh, there's a wall there. So looking towards our mat, again, you're going to hover the face off the floor. So you're going to push through the back of the head. Squeeze the glutes, lift up the belly button. Separate these legs a little bit for me. So almost hip width distance apart here. You're going to lift up the left arm and the right leg off of the floor. Try and get the thigh off as well. And then place it down. And the other side, right arm, left leg. And swap. Lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. Now push through the back of the head that little bit more. Try and get the head a little further off. Lift the belly button, push the pubic bone down into that mat. Lift and lower. You can stay here. This is gorgeous mobility. You've got this. If you want a little bit more, try and hover both arms, both legs off the floor and take it a little bit quicker. We go switch, switch, grow through the crown of the head. Imagine I grab you from the head and from the toes and I pull you apart. You grow longer, option a little bit quicker. We go switch, switch, switch. Here we go. We're swimming now. One then the other, pedaling through the arms and those legs. Keep looking towards the floor. Keep growing even longer. Can we take it a little quicker? Guys, keep going for me. Keep going. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Splash, splash, splash. Swimming with those arms and legs. Let's go, let's go. Keep breathing. Give me an inhale. Give me an exhale. Inhale. Lift the belly button off the floor. You've got it. Give me an inhale. Give me an exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Well done. Press the hands next to you. Shift the weight back, coming into a child's pose position. Just waiting in that child's pose position. Taking a breather there. Nice work. Allowing the head to drop. Allowing the tailbone to sink towards the floor on those heels. And then start to roll up through that spine. Pressing into those hands, tucking the toes, dropping the head, lifting the hips. Find a forward fold. From here, soft bend in the knees, arms like lead. Roll up. Let those arms feel nice and heavy. Roll up bone by bone all the way to the top. Good. We're going to finish this session with a couple of press-ups. Again, don't freak out just because I've said press-ups. So standing at one edge of your mat, nice and tall. Raise your hands overhead. I'm very sorry if my fingers are chopped off in the video here, but my hands are over my head. My feet are hip width distance apart. I'm going to dive into a swimming pool, keeping my pelvis in neutral. I go up and over. My arms stay connected to my ears. I'm diving into that swimming pool, into my forward fold. I then walk my hands out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping my hips as level with one another as possible. I then go for some push-ups. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Option to drop the knees here. One more. Walk back. 4, 3, 2, 1. In the fold over. Keep the legs long, scoop the belly, arms by ears. They stay connected, shoulders away from ears. Roll up to the top. We're going to do 2 more of these, guys, then we're done. Inhale, exhale. Dive into the swimming pool. Walk the hands out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Press ups. Inhale. Exhale, elbows nice and wide. Bum comes with you. Below yourself, away from the floor. Walk back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Rolling up. Arms by ears, scoop the belly. Standing tall. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Walking out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me an inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more. 1 more. Walk back for 4, 3, 2, 1. And roll yourself all the way to the top. Release the arms.
Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know how you got on with that. I believe that is the first Pilates class that I am going to put on Koa's channel. So let me know how you got on. And I so look forward to seeing you back here in a few days with a brand new video. Thank you so much. Goodbye.